I just got a trophy, and I had to. A huge part of this series is making sure that every single trophy is recorded, and I was not going to hit record for probably like 15 minutes because I'm still chopping trees. But I just got a trophy for passing the time, which I don't know what that one exactly means. I've been chopping wood, so I would imagine it has to do with like chop 1,000 blocks of wood or something like that. So I should probably look it up because I'm curious. But anyway, welcome to day 20 of Minecraft Survival. I'm chopping all these trees down. I've made it through 1, 2, 3. I'm on my fourth. Wait a minute. Actually, no, there were 6 trees originally. Oh, one of these, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. So I'm on tree number 5. Got a decent amount of wood here, chopping all this down, that way I have it as we continue building this. If you're new here, this is not how this is staying. Trust me, I 100% agree that it looks really, really bad right now. It looks so weird. It almost kind of looks like, I don't know. It looks like maybe an old, oh, I'm freezing. It looks like an old factory or something. Just an old factory would be like concrete instead of wood. It looks real bad, but lots of changes are going to happen to the exterior. All of my focus has been on the interior so far. So today we might work a little bit again on some of the interior, kind of on the second floor. There's also a couple of ideas that I've had for things on the first floor, just in terms of the spaces between the chests, because obviously there's still a lot of space between all the different chest stations right now. And I still think I'm going to put probably a couple more armor stands down. And I'll probably do a suit of gold armor on one of those, a suit of leather armor on one of those. Not because it's really necessary, but just because I think it'd be a good decoration to kind of fill in a couple of those holes. And then also, I was thinking possibly like certain workstations that I may need. Maybe I'll stick between some of the chests. But the only thing is, yesterday, if you were here for that episode, one of the things that I realized was that as I've been putting certain workstations down here, and what I mean by workstations is things like the stone cutter, or having even things like my blast furnace and stuff. For whatever reason, some of the villagers upstairs are linking to the ones down here, so I might have to figure out how to avoid that. So because of that, I may not end up being able to fill some of these holes in with things like stone cutters and things like that, but that's what I'd like to do. So all that to say, we might work on possibly some of that today, maybe filling in a couple of those holes. Also, I didn't think about this until I get this building done. It's just going to be raining in the middle of the house, so I guess that's fine. But then really, I think one of the big things I want to work on today is I want to head over to the farm and work on a couple things with that, because that's something I've been talking about for days and days. And now that I've got villagers upstairs and like they're breeding and like a village is forming, I feel like I can somewhat step away from that for at least a little bit and work on the farm a bit, because one of the things that I realized yesterday is I very much need sheep, because I want to put a bunch more beds upstairs for the villagers, but the problem right now is that I don't have nearly enough wool. So I want to get some sheep going over at the farm, and while we're over there, probably work on a couple other things farming related. And before I do that, I would like to go see if any more babies have been created. Let's see if any more procreation has happened up here as these villagers. Oh, look at he's a little cute baby. Oh, and you know what? I need to make sure that this stays closed. I was thinking the villagers can't get there, but the little guys sure can. Did he make a noise? Like, does it bother them when you jump on their bed? He was like, huh. So we've got 1, 2, and then we've got little baby, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, so I seriously need to get some sheep going so that I have wool to put more beds down, because I'm wanting to do a lot more beds than what we've got right now. And of course, yesterday, like I said, we're putting kind of like their workstations above them. So let's get started with all that. I'm gonna kind of get some stuff ready, that way I can head over to the farm, and we'll get going with like I said, first things with sheep. And then, since I'll be over there, I'll probably work on a couple other farming related things as well, because there's a bunch of stuff that I've been planning on doing over there. Before I do that, though, actually, I should probably finally brew some potions. I've been talking about that the last couple of episodes. Ooh, and you know what I should also do is I should go plant these real fast so that I've got even more dark oak growing for when I need it next. But yeah, I keep talking about brewing potions, but then since I haven't really done much away from the house recently, I haven't really been in any danger, so I keep kind of forgetting to brew potions. But yesterday, I ended up dying, so it's probably best that I go ahead and just brew potions even when I'm not in danger, so I don't end up losing all my levels. So I'm gonna brew some potions, and then I'll head over to the farm. I'll be back soon. Many more potions have been brewed. So I ended up with 9, 12, 15. So I ended up really with 18 potions. I ran out of fuel just now, though, so I'm going to add a little bit more. But I ended up with 18 more potions, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I shouldn't need to brew any more anytime soon. It seems like I can probably, like, even when I was in the cave, I feel like, a few episodes ago, I feel like maybe 10 potions lasted me quite a while. So I think now that I've got all these, I shouldn't need to brew anything for a little bit. But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't take all that much time. But still, since I clearly always forget to brew them when I say I'm going to, it's just nice that I've got a bunch ready to go. And I've got these potions of regen as well. A couple of these, golden apple. And I'm feeling good about my potion supplies. I think we're in good shape with all that. So, I've got some blocks here in my inventory, some stuff that I think I may end up using for the farm. I've got a few ideas of what I would like to make it look like, because I really don't want to just go straight, like, basic farm like I've got right now. I mean, literally, I've got the most basic farm you can imagine right now, with just normal, you know what, actually, I'm going to sleep before I walk away here, with just normal fences down and normal rows of crops and stuff. But I have some design ideas, and I'd like to use some influences from this town center, because I think it'd be kind of nice to have sort of a similar theme even over towards the farm. So that's why I've got all these blocks in my inventory. I'm going to try some stuff, see what I like, see what I don't like. Lots of experimentation will happen, just as I've been doing with the town center. But before I do that, something I remembered I really should go do quickly is just go and chop down a whole bunch of mangrove. And actually, I didn't bring a boat. That's right. I guess I'll just swim it. I'm going to go chop down a bunch of mangrove in the mangrove forest because I'm pretty much out of mangrove right now. I'm going to need more mangrove for up on the second floor where the villagers are at, for one. That way I can sort of add to their workstations. But then also I'm thinking I might end up utilizing some mangrove over at the farm, considering that I'm trying to kind of make the farm look similar in design and color scheme and things like that to what the town center is. So since so much mangrove is used there, it would make sense that I might end up needing to get the farm. But instead of growing mangrove at the house, I feel like, or at the town center, excuse me, I feel like I really should just go to the forest and chop it down, because mangrove, the problem with it is, because of all the roots and stuff, then you just end up with a mess, really, and it takes forever to clean it up. So if I chop them down over here, I'm not really going to see this forest all that often, so if I leave a whole bunch of roots and stuff, and it looks like a mess, who really cares? So I think that this might just make my life easier, just coming over here and chopping when I need to, because this is a pretty big forest anyway. I also made another stone cutter, because I'm thinking that there might be some things like different types of stone that I'd like to use over in the farm, possibly. So I'm going to chop down maybe a couple stacks of mangrove, or just until I get tired of chopping. And then we will most likely head over to the farm, unless I think of something else I haven't done yet. I have never seen so many fish just visible like this, and they're all spinning in circles. I feel like I might die. I feel like something bad is happening. Aliens are invading or something, and all of the fish are being mind controlled. Have okay, while I'm standing here and looking at fish, I'm going to go back here and chop the trees down, so I'm not going to be looking at fish anymore. But have you ever heard the theory? I'm sure that I know that there's multiple theories surrounding this, and I might get this wrong exactly how it's worded or what the complete theory is, but have you ever heard the theory surrounding Finding Nemo that Marlin was actually going through like a psychotic break or something, and I've heard like this theory divulge a couple different ways. The theory that as he was going through like this psychotic break, and his wife died, all of his, like, none of his children were born, or all of his children were eaten by the shark that, or piranha or whatever it was. I haven't watched the movie in forever. I think it was a shark that ate all of the eggs, and that Nemo actually was not alive, but that as like a coping mechanism, Marlin believed that he went through like the entire process of going to find Nemo, and it was all in his like psyche or something like that. It's a weird theory, but I think it's interesting. Kind of adds a whole different idea to Finding Nemo. A very depressing meaning, but I kind of find that interesting. And I think, like I said, I've heard it a couple of different ways where one of them is kind of like I said, it's like he imagined the whole thing, like it was all a coping mechanism. I think another thing that I heard a theory of was maybe it was like his wife actually had something to do with it or whatever. Like the death of all of their hundreds of eggs or something like that. I don't know. I think that was a whole separate line of thinking or theory. But anyway, all these fish in whatever their psychotic break is that's happening right now. Whoa. Reminded me of that. Oh no, those poison you? Okay, it's not long. All right, that's good. Whew. I'm going to kill him real fast. That way that does not become a problem. So as you can see, I've made it to a little over a stack of mangrove. It's taking forever. It's such a lengthy process. Don't shoot me again. Got him. It's such a lengthy process because you don't get all that much wood from each one of the mangrove trees. Oh, and it like little poison bubbles come out of it while it sits up there. That's interesting. That's another thing. I feel like just about every episode we encounter something that was not in the game when I played years ago. And that's another thing, was different types of arrows. Why did I just swap those? Those are the same thing. Different types of arrows were not a thing way back in the day when I used to play. So that's something else that is totally brand new to me and I'd like to experiment with at some point. Also, I'm wondering if this would be a good spot to set up like a fishing station where you, like, again, something else I don't really know how it works in terms of setting it up so that you get a whole bunch of loot from fishing, where you can get like enchantment books and things like that. So I got to figure that out too, but that might be a good spot to do that. I guess maybe really my only theory behind why that would be a good spot is because I can physically see the fish. So maybe I'm having a psychotic break. Maybe it would just make me feel better if I can see the fish. And maybe it would actually be way better to set up some sort of fishing contraption way out in the ocean rather than in a pond like this. But I feel like seeing the fish would make me feel like it's going a lot better. Like something's actually happening and there's a thriving ecosystem. But anyway, I decided to be done chopping for now. And look at this. I've got another bed over here, apparently. I've been wondering what happened to this bed episodes and episodes ago. I don't need these roots, so I'm going to pick up this bed, because then I have a whole extra one. And this was where that initial ruined portal was, where I got all the obsidian that I'm using for my current, not ruined portal, but my current portal at the town center. So by the end of it, I've got 64 plus 43, so it's a decent amount of logs, I guess. That'll last me for a little while. It just takes so long. I mean, that was probably, I don't know, somewhere around 15 minutes of chopping probably just to get that. And I feel like that's still not all that much. If you chop something like, especially if you chop dark oak, you're going to get way more in that amount of time. So mangrove is just slow going. And all the trees that I chopped down, that whole area is just going to be a mess now, because of the fact that I obviously didn't take the time to chop all the roots down. I basically just got all the wood that I could out of them. So the leaves will decay, but all the roots won't. And I think the roots should just decay too when you do that. because I think even though that's not as realistic, I know roots will stick around longer and things like that. Like they won't die as quick as leaves, but just still, I think just for the sake of cleanup, they should just decay just to make my life easier. But now that I'm going over to the farm, I'm basically thinking I'm going to set up a little station here with all the stuff that's in my inventory. Why are the cows herding into the corner? What you guys doing? So let's see. What do I have in here right now? So I just have that. So I guess I'm going to stick a bunch of building stuff in here for now, just because then it's not all in my inventory. It'll make it a little easier for me to sort of gauge what I'm doing. And so I've got these different types of walls because I'd like to experiment with that, maybe utilizing some sort of wall for the pens instead of just regular fences. Fences are so 2010. And I also brought quartz just for... Oh, wait, when did Minecraft come out? What are we at right now? It was like 2009, 2010, right? It doesn't matter. But I've got the quartz, too, because I'm thinking that could come in handy. And then I've got both these types of wood too, because I'm thinking maybe I'll end up using that. So let me just drop all this in here. Like I said, I also brought a stone cutter because I may end up using that as well. And I'm loving this looting sword because I mean, that was like, what, 3 chickens I killed and got all that? So that is super nice. All right, so, yeah, let me kind of get my bearings here, figure out exactly what I'm doing. The approach that I'd like to take with all this. And once I kind of have an idea of where we're headed, I will be back. I'm curious if I kill an Enderman with this looting sword, what are my chances of getting a pearl? So if this guy, if he doesn't teleport away before I can get myself a little safety hole here, I want to try to kill him with this looting 3 sword. See what I can get. Did I look at him? Did he see me? Oh, you know what I should do too is I should go ahead. I'm just going to put my shield on just for safety. Just in case. Because most of the Enderman that I've fought so far, it has not been the greatest of decisions on my part. Why is he not getting... Come on, get pissed. Alright, come on. Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest decision a lot of times because of the fact that I keep ending up fighting them during the day, and I feel like they teleport a lot more during the day. Did he really? He dropped nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, looting 3 is apparently on Enderman not that helpful. I figured looting 3 would essentially mean, like, you're guaranteed to get a pearl, but I guess that would be kind of silly. Anyway, I no more have my bearings than I did, like, a couple seconds ago, so I'll be back again. So I've been sitting here for quite a while toying around with some different ideas, just combinations of blocks, and I've seen a couple images of some interesting designs, just different designs from a regular fence that people have come up with, where they're still utilizing things like walls and stuff like that, but then using a combination of like full blocks and trapdoors and things like that. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out which blocks I want to use, what I want the overall farm to look like, what's going to fit with the style of everything that we're working to build here. So some of the stuff that I've done is I've got a bunch of stone going here because I'm thinking that this is definitely going to be at least part of it. Having the stone brick walls is definitely going to be something that's used because I like the look of the stone brick walls. I considered, of course, using them inside of the town center, but then just felt like it was more of an outdoor thing. And since this is a farm-related thing, I think this will be perfect to use them for. So what I'm trying to decide now is a couple of ideas that I have. Is this is stripped mangrove. I don't know why. I just feel like the maybe texture slash look of this block doesn't go well with this. I think maybe it's just slightly too dark or something. And I don't really feel great about these trapdoors. I definitely like them better than the dark oak trapdoors, because the dark oak trapdoors look like a candy bar, and I don't like that. But another idea that I've been thinking is, I think it may have been this along with, let me actually, hang on. Let me turn some more of this into actual walls, and I'm just kind of keeping some extra stuff in here because my inventory keeps filling up real fast as I run back to grab stuff. So if wait, actually I didn't even think about chiseled stone. What would that look like if I did this on the corners? Because then I know I'm going to need to put something on top, or else the mobs will just be able to do that. Except they'll be on 4 legs. I'm only on 2. So they'll be able to have 4 legs up on the block, which isn't going to be good. But then, so here's what we could do from there is either... Let me think. So wait, if you put just a trapdoor, on top... Oh, you can... Whoa, you can still jump that? Interesting. Okay, so that's not going to work. Well, I guess there is the option of, just for extra design, something like this. I mean, obviously you're still going to be able to jump on it, but I don't feel like I like that. I think the hole inside of these is what's kind of throwing me off in terms of the look of it. But let's try this too. So if I then have the circle stone, and then I go, let's see, or the chiseled stone is what it's called. And then I go maybe, let's say, another wall coming out of the top of it. And then, I mean, I know you can jump on the corner like that, but then an idea I was thinking was you got that, so that's all sort of design. Like, it's not really keeping anything from jumping in or out. But then from there, I could do a slab on top. I don't know if I would want mangrove. Let me see about dark oak. I feel like dark oak makes... Well, now that I think about it, dark oak or mangrove both kind of make sense for farm-related things, I feel like. But yeah, the dark oak, I think the dark oak speaks to me more. Isn't that what artists say? The dark oak just speaks to me. The feng shui seems to work better. But at the same time, well, okay, let's do this. Let's put the same type of design on this side and see what it looks like. And this is all just for the corners. I'm trying to figure out corners right now. I don't know. I'm very indecisive. I want it to look nice. So let's do a couple of these, and then I'm gonna do a couple of these as well. And I'll make, once I know exactly what I'm gonna do here, I can make a bunch more of all this stuff. But let's at least start with this. So if I had that there, this here, and then we did mangrove instead of dark oak. That's tough. I think now looking at them side by side like that, I think I'm actually gonna go mangrove. So I think with that, you've got it to where, like, you can't jump on this. There's no angle that you'll be able to jump on this. No mobs will be able to jump in or out. So that should work well. So I think what I'm going to start by doing is setting this up around the cows, seeing what I think of it, and then we can worry about kind of getting it set up for other animals. And I don't know, if you've been watching all the way through the series, you'll know that many episodes ago I mentioned the idea of making sort of like a vertical pen for all of the animals. Because what I was going to do is almost make it, I guess the phrase that kept popping in my head, or the word, was basically like an animal vending machine. So making it tall and having animals on each level of the building. But then I started thinking, even though that could be cool, I part of my idea for this is I want to take up a huge area of land with this whole town thing that I'm creating. So because of that, I feel like just doing something vertical, it doesn't really, I don't know, it makes me feel like we're building Japan or something. Like we've just run out of space and we just need to basically build anything vertical so there's more space. And we got plenty of space. The world is ours. So I think it's silly to kind of build too much stuff like just vertical all the time. So because of that, I'm going to build all of this stuff. I say all that to say I'm going to basically build these pens side by side somehow. I don't know exactly how it's going to look yet. I don't know how big I'm going to go with the pens and things like that. But if we go there with that one to here, so kind of keep the length the same. And then what happened to my wall? Or, oh yeah, that's right. I ran out of walls because I needed more. I was thinking I needed more to make that longer. And let me pull all of this. That's all of it? Boom. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn, let's say, oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's also throw some of this stuff in here. So I don't need the chocolate bar doors. I'm going to keep this stuff in here for now. I went and grabbed a whole bunch of cobble from the house earlier because I wasn't sure how much I was going to end up needing for this project. So let's, I guess, switch all of this over to walls, because I'm going to end up needing quite a bit. So if we do that on the corner, that on the corner. Oh, wait, you know what I could try? What would a trapdoor look like on the top of this? I don't mind that. So, but I mean, from up above, that looks, I feel like that looks pretty strange. But I mean, how often am I really going to be looking at it from up above, I guess? Ooh, you know, I guess I could use that as a means for getting in and out, because if I've got it like that, nothing can jump. But then, if I've got it like that, I can, and then I can just close it once I'm up here, and I can breed from there. So that could potentially be a good idea, but I still think that this, I still think a full half slab probably looks better. Because something that I was thinking is then I think it'd be cool to put lanterns on the corners. And I don't think, can you put lanterns on trapdoors? Oh, I do actually have iron on me. So let's just make a lantern real fast. Since I'm going to, no matter what, I'm going to utilize them. So it's not like it's going to be a waste. So I need probably a couple of nuggets because I think, yeah, okay. So let me see. Can you put it on a trapdoor? If you can, that might influence my decision in some type of way, but I don't know. Oops. Okay, you cannot put it on a trapdoor. So yeah, that's why I think that this is going to look better if I have it like, can I place it from here? I can't hit it just right to be able to place it. But if I have these on the, oh no, because I'm not going to be able to put it on this either. That's right. Crap. So that idea is out the window. But see, I can put it on that, but the problem is they're going to be able to jump out. Because you can jump on these edges like that. So just having them like that isn't really going to work. Huh. Okay, now I've got another decision to make. I'll be right back. So here's kind of an idea of what I've decided I'm going to do. This is not exactly it yet. I've been sitting here like 25 minutes just trying to figure out these corners. And here's what I'm learning about myself. Either what I'm learning is that I haven't actually learned it yet. And what I mean by that is I don't know if I'm being super indecisive or if I just know what looks good and what doesn't, and I'm just not finding what looks good. So I don't know, but it's probably that I'm being indecisive. So I tried a few different things here. For one, I decided to, I was kind of tried at first to just make it where I made the ground beneath the animals one block lower. Because I was like, okay, maybe that'll just solve all my issues. But then I thought about the fact that they can still jump onto this, and then, and I mean, they still wouldn't be able to get out, but I don't know. I just felt like them being one lower was probably going to look a little bit weird. So I think it would be best if they're still at the same height. And so then I've tried a few different designs for these corners. Having two corners like this, I don't really mind. I think it looks kind of okay. But I think ultimately what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to go with something like this. So if I have, because I'm thinking having the chiseled stone on the corner, even though I like the look of that, I think that it's going to kind of be more trouble than it's worth since things can just jump out. But an option that we could go with to still utilize a chiseled stone is I could pop this down, and then we could go with this right there. And then on top of that, I could do possibly this. Let me see if I can jump and place that. Yeah, so I could do that. And then on top of that is where the lantern could go. I think I tested this, but I want to check again and see. Yeah, see, I just feel like the lantern ends up looking really tiny up there. Like it just, I don't know. It looks kind of strange. And I guess, well, you know, I think I just changed my mind again. I think we're literally just going to go with, crap, why can't I place that? We're just going to go with this, and then I'll worry about lighting stuff later. Because I think part of what was throwing me off was just the fact that I needed a place to put the lantern. But I think we're just going to not worry about the lantern for now. I'll worry about lighting stuff when it comes to it. And actually, let's move this one back, because then I don't have to worry about letting the cows out. I can just build this around their pen, because I kind of want their pen to be a bit bigger anyway. So let's put this down right there, and then we'll do this one top. And I'm gonna have to actually pull this dirt further back, but let me sleep real fast. I keep trying to make sure that I sleep as soon as it gets close to nighttime right now, because of the fact that as I'm taking down pieces of land, it means that torches are coming down too. So because of that, I'm concerned about mob spawning. So I'm just going to go one further back for now. And this shovel, I've really got to figure out something with this shovel. And again, just so everyone knows, I can't put the shovel in my offhand for some reason. For whatever reason in Bedrock Edition, it just doesn't allow you to, I guess. I maybe should Google a fix to see if there's a reason, but I think that's just by design, that for some reason, at least for the time being, Bedrock Edition does not allow you to have, oh, you know what I just thought of? What if I did this? I just had a whole other idea. What if I did this? Ooh, I think I like that better. But then from there, what would it... Yeah, I think I definitely like that better than just a Peasley little half slab. But then what would it look like if I then put the lantern on top of that? Would that look weird? I don't love it, but I'm going to leave it there for now. But I do like that double stacked like that. So I'm going to go with that now. So now I'm going to need a bunch more chiseled stone. By a bunch, I mean, let's do like 32, I guess. There was a way easier way to do that, and also a much less annoying way without those sounds. Oh, and did I still have... So I have 4 more stone. I'm going to start, I think, cooking up more stone, because I have a feeling that as I build out these pens, I might get to a spot where I need more. So let's get at least I'll just start with a stack cooking right now. I mean, it's not like it'll all be used, even if I end up doing too much, but still. So we'll build this out, and then the main 2 that I want to have done today is obviously, like, we're switching out the cows. Oh yeah, and this is going to have to go one farther out as well. So we're switching out the cows, and then, like I said, I want to get sheep going in a pen as well. That way I can start getting wool to make beds for the villagers. Oh yeah, and earlier, I like 3 minutes ago, I got all sidetracked. I was saying that I can't put the shovel in my offhand for the purpose of having mending on it. So I'm gonna have to figure something out with that, because it's getting kind of low. It's getting a little too close to dead for my liking. But then I think along with the cows and the sheep, I think that trying to decide from there what the other most... Oh, probably chickens is the next most important one. But see, here's what I don't know. Can chickens fly? Oh, wait a second. I don't even know. I probably won't even necessarily do an enclosure like this for chickens. I might end up doing one of those enclosures that's like... that's got basically just a spot where they're all funneled towards the middle so that they just drop eggs into a hopper. I'll probably end up doing that, because I think that that's probably going to end up working out better, I think, just in terms of functionality and just everything all around. Wait, so then there's no gates for this, is there? Like, what would be the easiest way for me to get in and out of here, I guess? For now, I guess I'll just maybe put this next to it, and then I can hop in that way, but that's not really a permanent fix. But yeah, I don't think that there's any sort of entrances for walls like there is for fences. But yeah, so I think chickens would be the third thing that I want to make sure I have ready today, and I'm thinking that an enclosure like this probably isn't the most effective, even though it would work fine. I just think that having chickens where they're all just laying eggs into a hopper is probably a smarter decision, because I mean, I totally could make a pen like this and fill the entire floor with hoppers, but that's going to be expensive and way too time consuming for no reason. So I don't think that is a good idea. Yeah, so this is going to be an issue. Let me also... Ooh, should we do something along the edges instead of grass? I wonder if I made this block something else. Like, what if... Not something super expensive. I feel like doing stone brick wall, or, yeah, like chiseled stone or something like that, I feel like it might end up being kind of expensive. if I did that. But I could make the stuff under here. Does that look weird? I kind of feel like that might look a bit strange. I'm gonna have to give that some thought as well. Okay, but then let's get, I guess, the next pen going. Should I have them share? Maybe I'll have them share a wall so that I can kind of go straight into this next one. And actually, my inventory is getting very full, so I'm gonna need a little bit of space. How much of this is cooked? Okay, we got some more of that, so I'm gonna just leave this in here ready to go for when I'm ready to go. I'm probably not going to need dark oak. I'm thinking that I'm not really going to utilize that for the farm too much. I made chains too because I was trying to test out some stuff with these lanterns. All right, yeah, so let's just have them share a wall for the next enclosure, I guess. And I need to count how many I did here. And I think this is probably a good size for each pen. I don't think we need it much more than that. So to be one... actually, this is going to be easier to count down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the corners. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this would be the corner right there. So I need to pull this further down as well. And you know, one day when we eventually go to the end and go to an end city and get shulker boxes and stuff, that'll be nice too. That might make projects like this a bit easier because I'm constantly running out of inventory space. So that'll be super, super nice. So that needs to be the corner then. And just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Just checking, making sure that I counted right. Okay, cool. So this will be the sheep enclosure, I believe, is what we'll go with. And I'm going to need more walls. I'm almost... Oh, and you know what? I made way too many... Now that I think about it, I made way too many chiseled stone, I think. I think it's going to be way more than I'm going to end up needing. Ooh, this back wall, actually, is going to have to go as well. Not that it really has to, but I just feel like if I have space to walk around these enclosures from all directions... It's probably better, because then I can access things from any angle. Oops, I didn't mean to break that one. I wanted to leave that one there. All right, so let me make some more walls as well, so that we can fill in this last little bit. And there's also... So somehow that... Wait, how are things... Oh, things must be falling from up above, aren't they? That's how stuff's getting in there. Because there's a sheep in there already, and now apparently there's a horse as well. Walls. That's what I'm trying to do, is make walls. Let's see. More walls. 13 for now will probably be enough. Or actually, maybe not. These wandering traders, you know, actually kind of get annoying with how often they show up and just hang around. And you know what happens if you kill a wandering trader? Because I think I'm just gonna... Can you... Oh, what happens if you kill one of these, actually? You just get the leads, or do you get something else with it? Oh, am I being spit at right now by the llama? I believe I am. You know, what the thing that I do like, though, about having the wandering traders walking around is they so often drop leads, and that's super nice. Whoa, that was just enough. Oh, no, actually, I'm one short, because I need another one for right there. So that's the only nice thing about having the wandering traders walking around, is they end up dropping leads, and I don't have to make them or find them inside of chests, so that's nice. Alright, so last corner here, and then this one will be set up. And I've got to decide if I want to utilize the lanterns on the corners. I'm really just feeling like... I don't know, I'm feeling like I don't really like those on the corners. So I might have to add something to that design. But give me a second, I'm going to work on a couple things real fast here. Maybe figure out a couple other things related to these designs, and I will be back. Okay, couple things here. So, I know this looks kind of tall, but I think I'm going to actually go with this for the look for the corners, because I really do want to throw the lanterns on here. So, even though it looks kind of tall, I don't think it looks bad, personally. I think the only thing that looks a little odd to me is how small the lantern is. comparatively, but I think it'll be fine. So this is what I'm going to go with for the corners. So let me throw all this stuff into the corners real fast. It means I'm going to need more stone brick walls, but I think this looks good. I don't mind it. I don't think that it's really all that tall, so I think it'll work well. And then also I decided I'm going to go with, for these edges, I just almost fell. For these edges, I'm going to actually go with coarse dirt along the sides, like underneath the walls themselves. Because I tried... I fell again and somehow didn't take damage. Because I tried a couple different blocks. I tried using like different types of wood, and I didn't really like the look of wood. But I think... and I don't absolutely love the look of the coarse dirt either, but I just like the fact that it's not just straight up grass. I like that it gives sort of a little bit of a different look to it, I guess, a bit of a different texture. And once all this grows, this will be grass surrounding it, and then we'll kind of just have coarse dirt underneath it. And I don't know, I think that maybe that'll kind of add a little bit of a good look to it. And I gotta actually break all along here so that I can get in here and put the coarse dirt around the edges. So, I don't know, who knows, maybe I'll end up being like, that actually looks like crap, but for the time being, I think it's going to look okay. And I've never really used coarse dirt for anything before, so at first I didn't even really realize how to make it, and then realized it's literally just gravel and dirt. So, it's pretty cheap to make. I don't have all that much gravel, but I've got enough, and since I want to make a path sort of going throughout the area that is... another thing that I considered for the corners was doing full-on hay bales, like, along these edges, but I kind of ended up feeling like hay bales was going to be too expensive, and I really don't have any wheat right now. But since I want to do a path all throughout the town that kind of has some... It's almost like broken up a little bit, as if it's worn, that has like some stone brick in it, and then maybe some like mossy stone, and then I kind of like that look just along the edge. So that has stuff like that, and then there will also be like coarse dirt inside of the path as well. So I think that this will sort of look good, like it'll go well with everything once the coarse dirt once the path is in everywhere. I actually already had a whole bunch of dirt on me. So let's make some more of this. I've been making it little by little because I feel like I'm not going to need all that much of it. I just need enough to fill in these edges. And see, I think I do like that too, because it almost sort of boxes in the actual like pen area, if that makes sense. And I'm gonna need to get in here. And actually now that that's done, I can block this off. That way this grass starts to grow. So in a second here, once I get all this in, I want to get some sheepses going in here. And something that I'm wondering though is, I don't know if ultimately I'm going to end up with more wool if I consistently shear the sheep, or if I actually use my looting sword. Because I feel like maybe like in an immediate sense, I might end up with you know what? Let me put this down here too, so the grass is growing. I think in an immediate sense, if I use my looting sword, I could end up with more wool. But I think in a long-term sense, it'll probably be faster to just use shears, because then I'm not having to kill the sheep all the time and then breed them constantly. So I don't know. I'm sort of weighing my options with that as well, I guess. Wait, do you get coarse dirt back? Like if I place this down and then break it? Yeah, okay, so nice. So it doesn't like turn back into regular dirt. I like that very much. That's nice, so I don't have to craft a whole bunch again. So let me get all this coarse dirt placed around the edges. Kind of let this grass start growing. I'm going to have to go through the center here as well, between the two pens, and put this in. So let me get some of this done, and kind of pull some sheep over here, have them start making the babies, and then I'll be back. I have ended up with so much stuff in my inventory since I've been over here. I mean, look at this. Look. Okay, so I ended up having to make a double chest with stuff that I've got there. I still haven't moved all the stuff from this chest, which actually I'm just going to go ahead and do that right here, right now. I don't even have space to move it all. I've just continuously been collecting stuff over here because I've had to go back and grab things, and I've crafted stuff, and it's just, it's a mess. So much stuff needed for these projects. So I still haven't gotten sheep over here yet because I started pulling down one of these hills because I started noticing that I'm just gonna need more space as I work on this stuff. And hang on, I'll kind of show you what I'm thinking once I get some of this out of my inventory. Oh yeah, because I also brought all this quartz over because I was thinking that I might need that. I would rather have all this over here though, and just like have a ton of crap in my inventory than have to continuously run back. So I'm fine with it. Okay, so yeah, so what I'm thinking is I'm gonna keep pulling everything down. I guess, well, now that I think about it, I don't want to go too much farther this way, I guess, in terms of where these pens are gonna go. And I think, you know what could be good is maybe, so this stuff is gonna probably have to move. Crap, I didn't mean to do that. It's kind of what I'm thinking right now. This stuff's probably not going to stay where it's at. Because I want to build some sort of design around all of the crops as well. Like, I don't want it to just be straight up farmland, just kind of sitting here. Like, I want to have some sort of design, but I'm thinking maybe what I could do is, let's see, if I started building out this way, I should have enough space to make another pen here, another pen there, and then all of that stuff could maybe move to... Do I want to put it here? I don't think I want to put it there. I think I want to put it over there because I don't think I want the farmland any closer than right here to that is kind of what I'm getting at. But this still kind of has to be cleared anyway because I feel like I need a little bit more space to do everything that I'm doing because it's just starting to feel a little bit claustrophobic over here. So let's do this. I opened this up so that I can get a sheep, but then what I realized was that I only have 3 wheat. So I kind of need to start working on stuff related to this or else I'm not going to have... Oh, there's a sheep right there. Or else I'm not going to have the wheat needed to continue breeding all of my animals. So I kind of have to worry about the crops at this point. Unless I want to go like raid another village or something. Okay, let's go grab this sheep. And then there's got to be another sheep somewhere around here. The one that was in the pen with the cows has mysteriously gone missing, and I don't think I killed it. So I wonder if I've got some murderous cows on my hands. I'm not totally sure. They may have eaten the sheep. But even though I have a sneaking suspicion that they ate the sheep, the only thing that's making me think that they probably didn't is none of them are coughing, and I feel like they'd be coughing from the wool in their throats. Oh, there's another cow here. He's going to get murdered because I don't need him inside this pen with the sheep. It's mostly for the sheep's own good, because clearly cows are murderous. Okay, so let's get rid of him, and then, do I still have that wall? I need it quickly. Okay, what happened to my other... I could have sworn I had another wall. Did I put it in the chest? Maybe not. Okay, well, I'm going to need more walls anyway, so let's do this. I'm going to take all of this, turn it into more walls, because I'm going to need a good bit more as I extend this out. So that's... 1 sheep. Yeah, like I said, the one in here, or that wasn't here, has mysteriously died. But there's got to be another one around here that we can add into the mix to start breeding. And I've still been, a lot of times, when there's animals sort of just out and about that I don't need for the farm, I've just been killing them as I run through, and like as I've been going to the villages and stuff, and that's allowed me to make sure that I have a decent supply of food and mob drops and stuff. Here we go. But sheep is definitely one of the things that I have not made sure to kill consistently. At least I don't feel like I have, because I had so little wool. I mean, what did I make up where the villagers are? Probably like 2, 4, 6, 8, probably like 10 or 12 beds was about it. So clearly I've not been killing all that many sheepses, because I've definitely killed more chickens though, because of the fact that I've been able to keep at least somewhat of a healthy supply of arrows, but not of wool. All right, so let's add this guy in, and then I'm gonna make these other 2 pens here. And then I definitely need to start, like I said, thinking about crops. Let's breed the 2 of those. And then I've now got walls that I can block this off with. Boom, baby sheep. Baby sheep. And again, I don't know if it ultimately ends up being more lucrative to kill them with my looting sword, or if it's better to just shear them all the time, because they probably grow their wool faster that way than they do grow up from babies. So this, I haven't counted how long this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's 11 long and 9 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Cool. And then we can stick this on here. I remember watching a group of guys playing Minecraft one time, and a guy said something about circle stone. He was like, I bet if you place a lever on that circle stone, and you just hear a guy go, circle stone, what is this, Minecraft 2? And imagine, and they were talking about how it'd be like blasphemy if they started curving the edges. And I don't know, for whatever reason, that always made me laugh. Like, imagine if circles started showing up in Minecraft, we'd think like the world was ending. Mojang was losing their minds. That's also something I often hear debated. Is it Mojang or Mojang? I really don't know. And I also don't really care. But I've always said Mojang, but I feel like that's got to be such like an American way of saying it. I feel like Mojang is probably closer to, because isn't it Swedish? I mean, I know Notch is Swedish, but I don't know if the word itself is necessarily Swedish. Can you? Thank you. I'm just going to block all this up. I don't need this. And actually, I probably don't even need to worry about planting melons back down at this immediate moment anyway. Because I've got plenty of melons right now. So I probably should just sort of set a chest off to the side that is available for, wait, this needs to be, yeah. That's just going to hold the extra melons that I have that are going to need to be planted eventually. Okay, and then this can go here, and I need to make a bunch of lanterns as well. So this one can maybe be pigs, and then this is all gonna have to come up. So okay, this isn't empty. Let's do this. Let's use this chest for, I guess, all of the crop related stuff that is eventually gonna have to be placed back down, because I feel like I just need to have all this stuff sort of separated out to make my life a little easier as I do this. This is also gonna have to come out of here. I didn't think about that as I was putting that so close to everything. So this can be stuff like seeds. I'll keep the wheat in there. I've got, is it this chest over here? I think I've got a ton of this stuff in this chest as well. So go ahead and break this up. And then also pull the sugarcane down. Oh, shoot. There's more in there than I thought. All right, let me get all this moved. And I guess I'm going to pull all this stuff up. And then I will be right back. All right, crops have been pulled up. And now what I need to do is get this coarse dirt down. I wasn't even thinking when I built this one. I should have put the coarse dirt down before I did it. So I'm finally getting smart now that I've got most of these pens built. And I should just do the coarse dirt beforehand. Oh, wait, and actually I need to pull, let's see. So let's actually pull a whole stack of this out. I need that. And that should be enough for all that I need. Is that going to be enough? We think that's going to be enough? I don't think that's going to quite be enough, but we'll at least give it a shot. So I just need to get the walls built for this pen. We got to get the lanterns up. We'll probably get, like I said, I don't feel like it's going to be necessary to put chickens inside of one of these. I think that it's just going to be better to have something where they're all funneled into one spot, and where they're able to kind of just dump their stuff in a hopper. That sounds kind of gross describing it like that. When it's a chicken, just dump their stuff in a hopper. They're just going to dump their children in a hopper. But I think that that's probably going to be better in terms of that. Can I place? Yeah, I can. Okay. So because of that, I think that this one will probably be Pigs's. And then what other animal am I missing? What else would even go in these now that I think about it? That I would need a pen for. I didn't think about that. Is there, what am I missing that I would even need? Maybe, I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll end up just making this one a large cow thing, because I don't know why. I can't think of another animal besides chickens. It's a good question. I'll have to give that some thought, have a heart-to-heart conversation with myself. But still, I'm still going to put these walls down around this, because if I end up not using this for something, then I can literally just break this wall out, and then I've just got a huge spot for cows. Or, I mean, I really could use it as a huge spot for whatever animal I decide I need the most of, I guess. Which won't be pigs, so I definitely won't, I don't really need a lot of pigs. But I may end up needing a lot of sheep, I think, just for wool purposes. Okay, so then this can go here, and then we need a circle stone on top. And then right after this, let's make a whole bunch of lanterns. Can I? Crap, you can't. Dang it. I gotta just jump to place it, I guess. See, this is the problem with these walls, since I don't really have a good way in and out right now. Misplacements are kind of annoying. And then, and that actually did end up being enough coarse dirt. And let me build up here real fast, just because then I can see this from up above. So we've got 4 even things here. Each one of these corners is good. This middle thing, I might end up changing that middle piece. Just, I feel like I could come up with some sort of cool design for the middle, I feel like, rather than... Yeah, rather than just the same thing as all the corners. I think something kind of cool could be there in the middle. So I might switch that around. So more decisions will have to be made in terms of the way that I want that to look. I feel like just building is just a ton of decisions. So that's ready. All right, so let me make some lanterns. I'm going to go get... do I have carrots over here? I feel like, don't I have carrots? Yeah, I've got a couple carrots, so I can at least get a couple pigs over here. So I'm going to, yeah, get the lanterns ready, go find some pigses, and then I'll be back. There's 2 pigses right here, right in front of the house. This is perfect. I was coming over here, actually, while I've got the pigses right here, I needed more iron. In order to make these lanterns. So, I need that. Let's see, probably, I'm just going to grab 3 blocks. That's probably way too much, but I'm not going to do the calculations right now. So, yeah, this pig, oh, there's 3 pigses. Holy crap, there's so many pigses. This is a happening place for pigs. So, yeah, I've got to do these last few lanterns. I got a few up, but then realized I didn't have enough iron on me to actually get all of them. Did I look? Oh, never mind. One of them was blending into the other one. So once these are in there, something that I want to do, like I said, is I want to change the middle portion real fast. The spot where all 4 pens meet. I want to switch that around just to like a little more of a complex design, I guess, because I just think right in the middle, it would be kind of cool to have something else other than just a regular lantern in the center. So if I did something like... oh, that's all the... Okay, well, that went well. Hang on, let me pull... do I have more stone? I thought I had more stone. Did I... No, it's not going to be in there. Where's all the stone that I had? There's no way. Oh, I did turn it all into stuff. Crap. Okay, so I've used... Oh, no, there's 22 right here. Boom. Okay, that should be enough for what I'm about to try to do. So let's say I've got enough chiseled stone bricks for what I need to do. Let's maybe make like 8 of those. I'll start with that because I don't know what else I'm gonna wanna do with this middle section. So if I had maybe something like this and then like that, ooh, that looks kind of weird having that in the corner. Might be my only qualm with that. So let's see. And then another one here and another one here. And then, ooh, what if, is that, I feel like that's probably going to make it look really bulky, isn't it? That's probably, well, actually, if I have it in all 4, maybe it won't look bulky. Maybe it'll almost just look like I'm trying to make it like circular almost, like a circular design, even though it's a square. A circular square design. Okay, so what does that look like from from out here. That looks a little weird, I guess. I don't know. I'm not like the biggest fan of it, but what if, ooh, you know what I could do too is let's do this. Cuz I've still got stone actually, and I've got my inventory is driving me nuts right now cuz I've got so much stuff over here since I brought so much over to just make sure I had plenty of materials for this build. So let's do this. Let's put these in here. What if I did a few of these and put this like that? Oops, hang on. So if I had these on the corners like this. See, that's just, it's starting to look really, it's just looking bulky, I guess, is the problem. It's starting to look like I've got maybe too much going on right here. But so then what if I broke this? I don't think I like that either. Hang on, but I've got to sleep real fast. It's becoming nighttime, and I don't want things to spawn. Especially, oh, you know what I didn't think about is these lanterns right now probably are not enough to light everything in here. So I definitely want to make sure. Whoa, wait a second. How did I? Crap! The pigs all got out. What? Did I leave a block? I must have left a block on the edge. That was dumb. Okay, pigs is. I need you back here. I'm only going to worry about 2 of them. If the third one disappears, it's whatever. Bust a hole in here. Yeah, I must have just not been paying attention, and I left a block at a spot where they could open it up. Or not where they could open it up, where they could walk through. Okay, let me get them back in here, and then I'm going to work on this middle design real fast, and then we're probably going to have to wrap the episode. This is pissing me off. Would you guys just get in here, please? Yeah, then we're probably gonna have to wrap the episode because I'm just about out of time and I need to go grocery shopping. So I probably need to go deal with that. And if I don't just get done with this soon, they're gonna close. So I will be right back. Okay, so I think here's what I'm gonna do for this middle piece. And did I? Oh, because it's because I've got this. I was like, how do the pigs keep? Because this guy, I had a piece of dirt right here, so I knew how he got over here. But I was like, how the heck are the pigs continuously getting out? I totally forgot. It's because I've got that chest there. So I need to, let's do this. I'm going to just do that, and then I can just, I guess, break that one block when I need to open the chest. I was sitting here like, what the heck? How in the world are they consistently getting out? It makes no sense. But it does make sense. So I'm understanding the situation now, and that was my fault. I take ownership. I take full responsibility for my actions there. So this is what I decided for this middle piece. This is what I'm going to do. So let's pull this down. This is just so that this was just so I can kind of see higher up. For one, I'm going to take this out because I think that having that block in there, the circle stone. Crap! I didn't. Frick! This is driving me nuts. I'm just not thinking straight. Apparently, like, I'm just not paying attention to anything that I'm doing. Can you both please come in here now? I didn't think about the fact that I need this blocked off too. This is driving me nuts. Okay, so in this middle portion, I think instead what I should probably do is perhaps, ooh, what would it look like if I threw that and then stripped it? No, definitely not. Not a fan of that. And you can't walk through that, can you? You better not be able to walk through that. Instead, the other thing that I was thinking is maybe if I did something like this. So if I took this and then did a stone brick, because I just feel like maybe this will give it more of a consistent look, having a stone brick here, because that's the same thing I did up here, is I switched that to a stone brick, because see, then it just, I don't know, it aligns better, I feel like. Then I want to go, I think, one higher there. And I'm also going to need probably more stone brick walls. Maybe 4 more, I think, should be enough. Okay, so let's try that. Let me get back up here again. So if that's like 2 tall right there, or really, I guess, would that be 3 tall, including the wall itself. And then, let me see. So then we could go Let me break this one on top, I think. So we'll get rid of that. And then I think that... Would a circle stone on top work? And then we could do one more of these on top. Let me hop down and see how that looks. This might look really silly, but... I don't think that looks too bad. It's not, like, my favorite thing in the world. Ooh, and actually, what if I did something like that? Or is that... Because, see, I think what I keep wondering about is I just don't want to make it look too bulky, I guess. Because it's really just... It's just sort of a centerpiece for these different pens. So I feel like if I make it look too bulky, it's just going to start to look weird. So let me add this one here. And this one here. And I guess maybe weird isn't even the right word. It's going to almost start to look busy, I guess. Yeah, this is not turning out the way that I was hoping. Ooh, but actually, okay, I'm lots of ideas flowing through my head, and I feel like I just have to place in place until it looks the way that I want it. That could look kind of cool. And then maybe lanterns could go on the corners of those, or would lanterns on all those corners be overkill? I'm not really sure. Okay, but let's just switch all 6 of those, because all of these, I've got them placed on each of these, like the stone walls, so those are good. And then let's add them. Let's add to each one of these edges, I guess. Pig, you better not. Okay, so if I've got one here, and I think circle stone will look fine in the middle of this since these walls aren't touching that. Ooh, and what would it look like if I went even higher? No, I think that's probably... That's gonna look weird, I think, having it even higher. Is it, though? Is it really? I'll be back. Okay, so my brain juices are flowing here. I'm having some ideas about what we can do with this. So, first of all, the grocery store is pretty much, like, closed at this point. So, I wasn't quite able to finish what I needed to do for this episode. So, I'm just gonna have to probably go somewhere else, because I've got no food in my house right now. So what I'm thinking, and I don't want to use coarse dirt to get out of here. What I'm thinking is, I kind of like this design, but I started thinking, what if I kind of had this like large design like this, but instead of an iron block, because an iron block kind of feels silly there, it doesn't feel like there's a point to it, but I figured I'd try just to see what it looked like. Instead, maybe I could put a hay bale there, because it's like all the animals are looking up at the hay bale. It's like what they worship or something. But then I started thinking, what if instead, maybe I could build like the chicken thing up here. So maybe encase it in something like this. I would just probably need to build it a bit higher, because I figured why... I don't know, it feels almost kind of like a waste of space if I do something like this. So I'm thinking maybe we could do that, because the more I've thought about it, the more I realize I definitely should not just have chickens just in like a pen, because then I'm going to constantly have to breed them with seeds and stuff, and it's just easier if I just have eggs. So the way that we're going to do this, I guess, is... Let me think. So I'm going to need to maybe raise this up even a bit more, because what I don't want is, since it's going to need to be a little bit bulky, it's probably going to need to be like a 3x3 maybe for the chickens. I need to have enough space to put something like that in it. So I'm going to have to expand this out a little bit. So give me a minute. I'm going to work on this for another couple of minutes real fast, and I will be back shortly. Okay, this is a work in progress. This is what I've got so far. So kind of my thought process here is, this stupid pig is trying to jump up 2 blocks to escape again, but it's not going to happen. So kind of my thought process here is, if I make this, like, down here could be where the hopper's at, and probably the bottom blocks I would break out. And I don't even know if this is going to work the way that I'm imagining. I'm hoping it will. But if I break the bottom blocks out and have a chest down there, or even in maybe the middle block here, theoretically I could have a hopper and then water pushing down towards the middle. But what I don't know is, if I put water... Actually, I have a bucket on me, so maybe I can try it. If I put water on this... So will water not... Ooh, that's weird. Okay, so water, like... Water doesn't flow properly. Like, okay, so then this is probably what I'll have to do instead then, because I wasn't sure how that was going to work in terms of the water. So I'll leave a thing like this, I think, because I like the look of that in terms of just having it all stone brick walls to sort of form the base of this. But obviously I'm not going to be able to form the base of the actual chicken pen, apparently, because of the fact that the water's just going to flow through it, which makes sense, because, I mean, there's holes all in these blocks when they're all sort of combined like that. But if we break all this down real fast, and actually, I really like the look of that. I should utilize something like this somewhere else. Like, oh, you know what? This almost looks like a guard tower type of thing. I like the way that, because it's all just walls connected together and it's not regular blocks, because even these middle ones aren't like a regular stone brick block. It's a wall. I like it. Almost sort of adds like a little more of a 3D look to it. I don't know if you see what I'm talking about, but so if it's like this, then I guess I could go. What if we went? Let's see. Okay. This is really hurting my brain. I'm having to think really, really hard about this. So I've got chiseled, but I've also got regular stone bricks, and I think regular stone bricks are going to work best for this in terms of the look that I'm going for. Oh, right, but that's... Okay, so that's going to then cause that to pop out. So if we then instead maybe did this here, because then we've still got a hole in the middle, and then this would be where the eggs would fall, theoretically. Theoretically, this is where the eggs would fall. But then I'm going to need to build this out farther, because it probably, like I said, I think the space that they're in probably needs to be 3 by 3, I'm thinking. But I'm going to need a lot more of these. I've been cooking more stone. That way I have this, but not enough stone. So let me get more of this cooking and keep working on this. See if I can get it to work the way I want it to. And I will be back. And I also got to make sure that... Oh, crap. This guy is mad at me, and I gotta make sure these piglets don't get out at the same time. You little jerk. Oh, you know what? I could just do it like that, too, I guess. I didn't think about that earlier. Where is this guy? Okay, that works, too. Duh, I totally could have done that earlier, because then I can still access the chest, but they can't get out. And this Enderman, wherever he's at, he can just suck on a watermelon. Oh my goodness, this is what I hate about fighting them during the day. The way that they do this. This is so annoying. The way that they just move around like this, because it's like the sun is bothering them or something. He better not kill me while I'm drinking this. Okay. Ooh, and you know what? I wonder, will you drop a pearl? Could you maybe drop a pearl? It'd be sweet if you did. I would be most grateful. Maybe if you drop 2 pearls. No. He dropped... What is with this looting sword and them not dropping pearls? That's so weird. I'll be back. Okay, so I've made some progress. Let's see if this works. I'm starting to have doubts that it's not going to work at all, but I'm really, really hoping it does. I also don't know if this is a super outdated way of doing a chicken farm. I honestly have no idea. There's so much about this game that I just don't know at this point. So much has changed. So what I'm thinking here is, and let me see, is this going to flow? Yeah, so this will flow, but are they going to get... They're not going to get, like, caught in the corners, right? Because I was thinking, initially I was going to do all full blocks up here, but I decided to do the floor as full blocks so that the water won't flow through. But then down there is the wall, like the stone walls. And then I figured up here I could do stone walls as well, just for the look of it. But I'm hoping that does not cause issues with the functionality of this. The feng shui, if you will. So, and you know what? Okay, so it's taken a really, really long time right now to cook everything, and I remembered that I have a ton of stone, or like, wait, actually, can I switch chiseled? No, okay, once it's chiseled, once it's chiseled, it never goes back. So it's taking forever to turn all of this into the walls that I need. And I think I have some back at home, so I should probably go grab that because I still need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, definitely. There's definitely enough that I still have left to build here that it's worth it to go home. Also, while I'm there, let me see if I have any eggs. I don't think that I do, but what I've got to figure out is this going to work? Is it going to direct all of the chickens towards the middle in the way that I'm thinking it will? Because then I want to put a hopper underneath, and I think what I'm worried about is that I've spent all this time doing this and that it's not even going to work the way that I think it's going to. And where is... Okay, so I've got 36 of those. That's not going to be helpful. Well, I'll take those because that'll be... Yeah, that should be... Okay, that should be enough. And then let me see about eggs. I'm pretty positive I do not have eggs. I do not. Okay. So I need to just find some eggs out in the wild because it's going to be... It would probably be too difficult to actually just get chickens up into this thing, I think. So I feel like eggs is going to be my best bet in terms of making this happen. And I think that this... I know that this is looking a little bit bulky, but I don't think it looks bad, honestly. Like, I think it looks okay. Oh, yeah, and I also wanted to add, like, support beams here so it doesn't look like... I don't know, I feel like it's going to look weirder if it's just floating. And I can break this down. And these pigs, they literally continuously are standing in that corner like that, trying to get out, and they keep sticking their face right on the saw blade. So that's their own fault. Oh yeah, and I should have I'm gonna have to go back down because I'm gonna have to turn these into brick walls. Okay, so and this might even be bigger than it needs to be, but it's whatever. I've been recording this episode forever at this point, so I'm just at this point, it's been over 3 hours. So I'm just trying to get this to the end and make sure that this works the way that I'm hoping that it will. Charles must hear something downstairs. He's barking. He's barking at something. Okay, so get this built all the way up to where they shouldn't be able to get out of this, I don't think. I know that chickens can kind of fly, but not really. So hopefully they can't get out of this. Also, I'm going to need more water than this. And see, if I point it that way, it goes out. But if I put the block this way, it flows like that. And how does this work in terms of, can I get down? Yeah, so they shouldn't go down into this. And it fills this whole thing. So if I put a hopper... Man, Charles is flipping out. I don't know what he's flipping out at. If I put a hopper down there, it should collect the eggs. So hang on. I'm going to need to get more water buckets to make this happen. So give me another second. Okay, I've hit a point where I'm just going to have to stop for the day. I think I'm going on... I've got to be getting close to 4 hours of playing, and so I've got to stop. So I don't... After working on this a little bit, I don't know that this is actually going to work. And I was looking, and apparently, at least on Bedrock, or no, on Java Edition, this doesn't really work anymore after 1.11, but supposedly on Bedrock Edition, which is what I'm playing, this might still work. So this is what I've been toying with because I can't get the water to flow the way I want it to. So I don't even know if this farm works at this point. I may be living back in 2015 or whenever it would have stopped working properly. So we'll see, but I'll continue messing with it tomorrow. Regardless, I want to have something up here, this sort of build in the middle of the farm. So I don't know. We'll see. And I don't know if I showed this yet, but I did end up making it smaller because when I think I had it 4x4 earlier, and that was really making it hard to get the water flow. So now I have it 3x3. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I may have even had it 5x5. I don't know what I had it set at. So anyway, that's going to wrap us for today. Tomorrow we'll try to wrap this up, and I got to add these lanterns to the corners too, but I've run out of stamina for playing Minecraft for today. So thanks so much for checking out this episode. If you enjoyed it, I would highly appreciate if you would leave a like, maybe a comment, and also hit subscribe. So thank you for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow.